Your next comedian, please make some noise for Josh Rachlis.
Thank you. I dressed up for you. I haven't worn a shirt with buttons since my bar mitzvah. Shalom. Like we've been talking about, being a parent is hard. I'm not a parent, but I know it's hard because parents on Instagram won't shut up about it. Hashtag mom life, hashtag dad life, hashtag why don't you go take care of your kids and leave the video making to people like me who have no other purpose in life. I don't want to be negative though. I want to tell you a funny anecdote about my wife, but I don't have a wife. But I have been talking a lot lately to a certain woman, and here's a funny conversation we had this week. Siri, are you my girlfriend? Here's a list of therapists near you. Oh, my girlfriend's hilarious. I don't have a girlfriend or even a wife because maybe she's calling me now? Is it her? Of course not. Because I broke up with her 10 years ago because I didn't want to sleep with just one woman for the rest of my life. And I'm succeeding. In 10 years I have not slept with one woman. The worst is when I'm flipping through like dating profiles and there's a couple that's like, we're looking for a woman to have a threesome with. And I'm like, wait, that was an option? I could have slept with one woman plus other women, but instead I have no woman plus no women. But at least I'm saving money because I don't have to buy like sex toys for all the orgies I'd be having. And I don't have to buy toothpaste because why brush your teeth if you never smile? And I still don't have lots of kids. And at my age, I don't have time. Like, I gotta play catch up, so I've got a plan. I'm gonna get 10 women pregnant at once, and we're all gonna live together. I'm just trying to figure out if it's legal, because like, I know you can't marry 10 women at once, but Elon Musk has 10 kids with random women, but maybe that's because he's rich and he can just bribe the cops, and when the cops come to my door, they'll be like, what's going on? I'll be like, these are my 10 pregnant roommates. That's weird, eh? But you know what they say, when women live together, they sync up their pregnancies. My mom says I should just give up my plan and just get a pet to keep myself company. But pets are too stupid for me. And here's how I know. My mom's been pet sitting a budgie for her friend, and in the budgie's cage there's a mirror, and that's so the budgie thinks there's another budgie in the cage with him. And that tells me the budgie is stupid. And you know who agrees with me? The bald guy who lives in my bathroom. Oh no, look, he's here tonight. Everybody wave, support him. He doesn't get out often. He's usually naked and taking a dump. But he has a huge penis, so I admire him for that. Speaking of animals, a friend told me that a good place to meet women would be a dog park, but I don't have a dog. I know. So I went to the dog park and I stood outside the fence looking in wistfully, and a nice elderly lady in the park came up. She's like, aren't you the guy on Facebook who posted asking if you could borrow a dog from anyone so you could go to the dog park? And I said, yes, that was me. And she's like, you don't need a dog to go to the dog park. Anyone is welcome. So I went in and I saw an attractive young lady and I started petting her dog. And she was like, which dog is yours? And I said, I don't have a dog. And I could tell by the look on her face that, in fact, you do need a dog to go to the dog park. She was so scared. But I thought, okay, well, where else can I meet like-minded animal lovers? So I went to the Canadian Museum of Nature, and they have an insect exhibit, and one of the insects they have in a case is the pink-winged stick insect. And the little sign says, this species is all females, and they reproduce by cloning each other. But I still hit on it. So maybe I'll be the one. But in the meantime, I thought, well, where can I meet a lot of human women at once? So I volunteered at Ottawa Blues Fest. And it turns out women are not interested in a man with the salary of a volunteer. But I did become intimately familiar with the porta potties. And never mind why. And I noticed that in the sink, like above the sink, there's a sign that says, not for drinking or cooking. Cooking, was that a problem? You know, where people like, I know drinking a glass of this would kill me, but it would go great in my mushroom risotto. Siri, would you want me to cook for you in a porta potty? No, but why don't you invite that slut Alexa you keep asking to have a threesome with? Oh, we'll talk about this when we get home. I could probably use a therapist, but therapists are expensive, so when I want to feel empowered, I go to Subway, because they have to do everything I tell them. I want both kinds of olives. I want the good cheddar, not the crappy processed cheese. But then when I order a drink, they're like, here's a cup, fill it up yourself. I'm like, oh, I'm not empowered anymore. I've been eating too many subs anyways, and to meet a woman, I should probably lose weight, so I started the keto diet. And to keep my friends updated on my progress, I've been posting shirtless selfies on Facebook. And so far, I've lost almost 30 friends. And they're all not here tonight. No votes for me. But I've also been improving myself during the pandemic because I became an author. Thank you. The way I did it was I posted a picture of my Subway sub on Facebook, and then somebody commented, "Looks good," and I replied, "Thanks." And above my name it says author. Thank you. And I hope being an author pays a lot of money because women only want a rich guy. I know this because on dating apps, women are always like asking me if I'm rich. I mean, the way they phrase it is, do you have plans to move out of your parents' basement? Okay, gold digger. But at this point, I would take a gold digger. Heck, I would take a coal miner. So I came up with a little business during the pandemic, and I'm selling a product I invented, and here it is. Are you a bald Jew whose yarmulke keeps blowing away in the wind because you don't have hair to clip it to? Now there's this. The yarmulke. Available in whatever colors I find when I pick up masks off the ground. And because you're such a good audience, there's more. Are you? Yes. Not like a lot more. Are you a comedian who has trouble holding the microphone due to carpal tunnel syndrome, due to none of your business? No, there's this. The mic holder.
Oh, wow.
Remember when I said it's not a lot more? And like, I should have stopped at the yarmulke? Oh well. Thanks, I'm Josh Rachlis.